Welcome back to the diary of an airport cab driver. This is my fourth time to the airport in 5 days. I had to pick up my mom, pick up Brady, then pick up Bryce, and now I'm taking all three of them to the airport at the same time. Thank God I'm not having to take them separately. They're all flying out of town. Brady and my mom are going back to Kansas, and Bryce is going to LA. So have a crazy busy day ahead of me today, trying to get caught up a little bit after the Christmas break. So after I drop them off at the airport, time to go to work. I think this Jeep's kind of full. Absolutely packed. Mom, why are you hiding? Just dropped them off. I will say, like, now that my dad's gone, it's a lot different saying goodbye when everybody leaves. It's a lot harder. I don't really know how to explain it, but I'm glad they got to come here for Christmas. I'm glad we were able to be together and be there for each other as we were all missing my dad and having a hard time. But yeah, so I wish I was gonna be able to be with him for New Year's, but we all have different things going on, and that's just kind of how it goes sometimes. But I'll see him soon, and I talk to my brothers on the phone almost every day, and I talk to my mom a decent amount. I'm doing better now. I used to be like, I feel like every son is like, not every son, but I feel like a lot of guys are like that, like, call your mom that often, or when your mom calls you, you kind of, nah. You know what I mean? But now I try to do a much better job of being there for her and talking to her because I know she needs it. So I just got home, and after recording that last clip, I got out of my Jeep because I had to run an errand. And when I was walking down the street or the sidewalk, this lady who appeared to be homeless walked up to me and asked me if I would buy her Subway, because there was a Subway right there. Now, my grandpa was homeless and my dad was homeless, so I have a very soft spot in my heart for people like that. And so I said, yeah, sure, I'll help you. And I didn't have my wallet on me, though. I had to go back to the Jeep to get it. So she didn't really say thank you or anything. She just kind of stood there, and I went over and I grabbed it. And then we walked over to Subway, and I opened the door for her, and she didn't say anything again, and I'm thinking, okay. And then we go up to the line, and I just kind of sat in the little seat by the register and let her order whatever she wanted. And she starts causing a huge scene. She starts being really, really rude to the lady that was making her sandwich, and the manager came out, and everybody was watching, and it was this big ordeal. And the reason why I'm telling you this is I wasn't even gonna, if she would have just, if this would have happened and she would have said, hey, can you help me out? And I helped her out and she was nice, and I wouldn't even talked about it. But the reason why I want to talk about this is because I was sitting there, and a thought came to me like, what if I was the type of person that didn't have a soft spot in my heart for people in need because of my dad and grandpa, and this was like my first time helping someone, like normally I say no, and this time I decided, is around Christmas, and I'm going to help this lady. And then she acts like this. I feel like most people would be like, see, that's what I get. Like I don't never want to help anybody because I get put in weird positions like this. And I think it's really important to realize no matter how they handle it, it doesn't change the fact that they had a need and you did what you were supposed to do. You did what you felt was right. So I feel like it was my responsibility to make a decision on whether or not to help her. And then once I made that decision to help her, it then was her responsibility on how she handled it. Now, she can choose to handle that however she wants, and it's too bad that she chose to handle it that way, but the right thing was done. She was helped. I felt like I did what I was supposed to do, what I wanted to do to try to help her, and I'm not going to let that bother me. So I hope this isn't random for you guys, but it's just something that, my dad, he lived in a ditch for 2 years. My grandpa was a hobo, and if something like this ever happened to you, I just hope that you'll still have a big heart and think about the big picture, and that you were trying to help someone in need, and it's unfortunate they handled it that way. But, oh well, she got a sandwich. She got a pepperoni foot long, a Coke, and a bag of chips. So hopefully she's happy and not hungry anymore, and cheer her up. I don't know. And please don't. I don't want this to seem like, oh, like, look at this good deed. Because like I said, if she would have been nice and everything would have went normal, I wouldn't even have told you it happened. But because of what happened, I just thought it was important, because I'm sure this happens all the time. It's happened to me multiple times. And I just, like, if this happens to you, I just don't want it to give you, you know, put a bad taste in your mouth for helping people. So I have hours of emails to do right now, and some documents I gotta get over to my lawyer, and some tax stuff I have to do, and a whole bunch of boring stuff. So I'm gonna sign out for a little bit, and then I'll pick up with you guys a little later when I stop doing all this boring stuff. Alright, Josh and I are getting ready to go do a workout right now. He's filming, but before we go, I want to talk to you guys a little bit. You know, most of the videos you've seen over the last couple days with Josh, they've been fun, we've been having a good time, and that's great. There's always a time to have fun, but there's also a time to really get serious and put in work. So tonight with this workout, I want it to be intense. I want you guys to see that we're really working hard. But going into that, I also want to talk about this time of year. I don't want to get cliche and do these New Year's resolutions, but I really do want you to focus on what you want to accomplish in 2017. I don't want you to do this bullshit thing where you set these goals that you really don't even really intend on keeping or going after. I want you to think about like a new lifestyle, creating new habits that create change over time, that you're developing a new way of living your life every day to produce a new result. You can't keep living your life the same way every single day and expecting new or different things to happen. It's not going to happen. You have to go out and work harder, do things differently, change things up if you want a different outcome. So I really want you guys to, I want to encourage you to take some time and sit down and even write down. That's something that I do a lot. I'll write down, like I write down my tasks for the day each day. I also write down my goals overall and I put them on my wall in my office. Like, I feel like that's something that's an exercise that works well for me, so if you want to try that. But I want you to really focus on this year just doing things that are going to set you up for the future. I want you to do things that are going to make you happy. You know, take a risk. You know, focus more on your family. Start your own business. You know, do whatever it is that you feel like is going to make you happy. And I also want to tell you that with that comes sacrifices. When I say sacrifices, I mean your time, energy, sleep. Sleep is a big one. You're going to sacrifice sleep. You're not going to get to come home and play video games and watch TV for 3-4 hours a night. If you're wanting to do a lot of these things, you might have to cut those things out. But take 2017 and decide, like, this is my year to start making a difference. This is my year to start living the life I've always wanted to live, and be willing to make those sacrifices and go after those goals 100%. Make up your mind that this isn't another cliche New Year's resolution. Like, this is a promise that I'm making to myself that I'm gonna do things differently. I'm gonna do whatever it takes to achieve that result, to accomplish those goals that I'm setting and living that life that I wanna live. So don't procrastinate, don't give up, make the decision to do it right now. Like, so it's so easy to say, I'm gonna wait until I'm a little bit older and I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna wait until I've done this, or this, and then it'll be time to do that. Yes, timing is everything, but if you're wanting to build something, start doing what you need to do right now to build that foundation, so that way in the future it can grow. You gotta start growing here right now. Take those necessary steps. You know, they always say the best time to plant a tree was yesterday. The second best time was today. So it's a corny cliche saying, but it's true. Like, if you have a goal that's gonna take time to accomplish, don't put it off anymore. Start doing what you have to do. I challenge you to spend time by yourself working on your goals. So many of us, we always have to be around people having a good time, laughing, playing video games, hanging out with our friends. I challenge you to spend time by yourself and focus on what you want to do. So let's go in there. Let's get right tonight. We're gonna hit a back workout. We're gonna get a really good workout in, but I want you guys to focus on setting your goals, accomplishing your goals, and never giving up. Let's go. Alright, who you guys think is gonna win?
I'm gonna put a $100 wager on this.
400? I was thinking food.
Alright, we gotta
I
put
was
something on
thinking
it.
food.
I like my chances. You drive.
Brady, come step in there.
You drive Jeep around all the time.
Uh huh.
Brady's a terrible driver.